Hey, what's up guys, it's Classic49 here, and today I'm going to be showing you the best graphic settings for the new Pacific map update. Let's go to the options menu and discover the new look of the menu. It looks pretty good. So let's start with the display. Display mode full screen. Always keep it on full screen for every user that plays Warzone. Display monitor, choose your monitor. Display adapter, I don't want to tell you your display because you know your display adapter and monitor. So basically, let's move on. Screen refresh rate, leave it on the maximum refresh rate possible. I need to drink some water, guys. Like, I'm really thirsty. Keep it on 144. I have 144 hertz monitor. If you have a 60, anyway, keep it on the maximum refresh rate you have. Render resolution, keep it on 100. And advanced, make sure you have the resolution of your monitor. So my monitor is 1080p. It says here 1080. If you have a 1440p monitor, it's gonna show here 1440. So mine is 1080p. Make sure it's the correct resolution of your monitor. Display or dynamic, sorry, dynamic resolution, keep it on disabled, and the target follows the dynamic resolution. So if you have it on disabled, don't worry about the target. Let's move on to aspect ratio. Aspect ratio, keep it on automatic or 16:9. Don't put something else besides 16:9 or automatic. Let's move to Vsync. You want to turn Vsync off, and don't ask me why. It's the best setting for the input lag. Keep it disabled. Everybody knows this. Let's go to custom frame rate limit, unlimited. Don't If you want to put it on custom for potato PCs, if you have a really bad PC and you don't want your GPU to keep working, giving you FPS in the lobby, go to advanced and fix it to 30, 30, 30 in the lobby, so you don't get more than 30 FPS in the menu. I don't care, so I keep it on limited. Brightness is personal preference. Display gamma, keep it on sRGB if you have a gaming monitor. If you have a TV, then use BT1. NVIDIA highlights, keep it disabled. And when it comes to reflex, low latency, focus with me guys, in this part is really important. If you have a CPU bound bottleneck in your system, so if you have a low GPU usage and a really bad CPU, a really good GPU, really bad CPU, there's a bottleneck in your system. Then you put it on enable plus boost. But if you have a good CPU with a good GPU, there's no bottleneck in your system, keep it on enabled. Don't put it off, even though if you have a really good PC, don't put it disabled. Keep it on enabled all the time. And as I said, if you have a bottleneck in your system, a really bad CPU with a really good GPU that can't handle it, then put it on boost. For most of people, want to put it on enabled, and that's it. We finally can move now to quality. Yes, quality field of view, mine is 110. Besides it's like a personal preference, you can actually earn some FPS when you lower your FOV. So the lower your FOV, the lowest your FOV is, the better FPS you get. I leave mine on 110 for the best FPS possible and the best visibility possible. So you don't want to. Actually, I can't play anything below 110. It's just annoying. So I'm used to 110. ADS field of view. This is personal preference. Gamma movements, this is a new setting. It used to be in general. Now it's here for some reason. But anyway, keep it on default. So let's explain streaming quality. Streaming quality is basically if you have like a 1660 Super Plus, a GPU that is capable of rendering stream textures that are far away in the map before you even reach them, and you need like 6 gigs of VRAM and above, then yeah, keep it on normal. But if you have a 1050 Ti or 1650 or 1650 Super, keep this on low, because low is better for you, because you don't want to like render textures or stream textures that are far away in the map before you even reach them. You're just gonna lose FPS while doing that, while gaming, while everything is like happening and moving in the game. So if you have 4 gigs of VRAM, keep it on low. If you have 6 gigs of VRAM, as I said, 1660 Super plus RTX 2060 and plus, keep it on normal. Texture resolution, keep it on normal. Why not high and why not low? Let me tell you why. Because if I put it on high, I consume more of my VRAM. If I put it on low, my GPU usage goes down. I don't benefit the FPS. So normal is the best for the FPS, for the best FPS possible. Texture filter, keep it on low, because you're not going to notice the difference between, unless if you have a 3090, so keep it on low. Particle quality. For the particle quality, I like keeping it on high because I like to see the enemy behind the explosion. especially in Modern Warfare. Bullets, impacts, and sprays, keep it on off, and don't ask me why, this is obvious. Tessellation disabled because you're not gonna notice it, as I said, unless if you have a 3090. Some settings are just very not noticeable, and you just kind of lose like 5 or 4 FPS in each setting of these. Keep it on disabled. It's not gonna help you when it comes to visibility as well. Let's go to Gore Effects. So the Gore Effects, it used to be also in general settings. Now it's here for some reason. I don't mind it, so keep it on enabled. There's no difference when it comes to your FPS, I guess, in this one. In demand texture streaming, you want to have this disabled unless if you have a lot of space in your storage, and if you have a really good internet. So if you have a really good internet and a lot of space left in your storage, then go with standard quality. For me, I have a good internet, but I don't have a lot of space, so I keep it on disabled. You want to have it disabled for the best performance possible. Restart shaders. I want you to restart shaders later when you finish everything. Restart shaders, restart the game, and then you can play. Don't do it now. Filmic, for the Filmic, I keep it on 1 like this. You know why? Because we're gonna turn anti-aliasing to off. So if we turn anti-aliasing to like X2, or like X1, or like X2 SMAA, then you can put this Filmic to 0. But I like putting it on on like 1, and the gain it doesn't matter really. That's just for the lobby. DLSS off unless if you have a 40 and 40p monitor. So if you have a 40 and 40p monitor, you wanna maybe experience with balanced quality, maybe balanced quality. Like, this is personal preference actually. Get your 40 and 40p monitor and test this yourself. I don't have a 40 and 40p monitor, so I can't tell you actually, but I've seen some YouTube videos that actually recommend balanced. Anyway, you can put it on disabled for now. Anti-aliasing, I keep it on off. You know why? Off gives you the best visibility possible, first of all, and it doesn't look blurry. Some people don't like that. Some people are good with SMA X1, and I won't judge you guys. So for me, off for the best competitive settings possible, or also the visibility, as I said. If you have it off, keep the Filmic on 1. Depth of field disabled, motion blur disabled, weapon motion blur disabled. When do you turn on motion blur? You turn this on when you have a really trash potato computer and you run games on 30 FPS. Then maybe go with enabled, yeah, because you want stuff to look like fluid and smooth. But if you get more than your monitor's refresh rate, like 60 Hz monitor, and you get more than 60 FPS, you don't need this. Let's move on. Keep it on disabled, guys. Shadow map resolution. I missed this options. I was like, where's the shadows options? Like, they were above, now they're below. Anyway, shadows and lighting. Shadow map resolution is the same thing, if you remember, with the texture resolution. If you put it on very low, your GPU's your GPU's like usage in game is gonna be low. So if you want high GPU usage in game, which gives you more FPS, go with normal or high. Don't put it in ultra or extra, because you're gonna gain a lot of memory usage, or like the VRAM usage. I have 8 gigs of VRAM, which is not enough. So if you don't want to put in extra, because as I told you, the game's gonna consume a lot of VRAM in your system. Put it on high. High is better. Sorry guys, I'm pretty fucking sick and thirsty and everything. Cache spot shadows. Cache spot shadows, I like turning it on enabled, which kind of helps the GPU to work more. I told you guys, my scenario in this computer is really weird. If I put stuff on high or like on, the GPU works hard to get the more FPS. If I put everything on low, I don't really gain as much FPS. Like, it's kind of weird here, because GPU, this game is not optimized enough. So GPU usage goes down if you put stuff down. If you put stuff high, you get more GPU usage, which gives you more FPS. So cache spot shadows, keep it on enabled. Cache sun shadows, I don't need this, so I put it on disabled. As it shows here, enabling this option causes the game to use additional memory RAM, so that's why I don't want it. I have 16 gigs of RAM. Particle lighting, this is a personal preference. Some people keep it on normal. I keep it on low, I don't really care. This is the same thing as the other option. Where is it? Kind of similarity to the other option. I forgot which one it is, but let's move on. I keep it on where is it? Keep it on low. I don't really want it. So DirectX ray tracing, of course, disabled. There's no ray tracing in this game anyway. Even though if you turn it on, you're not gonna notice anything besides more VRM usage and SMAA X2, which I don't want. See, guys, let's put it on off. When you turn this on, it goes to X2. You want to put it back to off. Anyway, move on to Ambient Exclusion. Keep this on disabled unless if you have TAA X2, and same thing with screen space reflection. If you have TAA X2 like in here, then you can turn those on. Put them off if you have TAA off. When you finish, click apply and go restart shaders, and then when you finish everything, close the game and then go to your NVIDIA control panel. For AMD users, I'm sorry, you can leave the video now, that's it. But for NVIDIA users, now we can go for adjust image setting, keep it on use advanced 3D image settings. For the manage 3D settings, I'm going to run through quickly these settings, the very important ones, which is first of all vertical sync, keep it on off. These are the most important settings, okay? Vertical sync, keep it on off. Texture filtering quality, high performance. Preferred refresh rate, highest available. Shader cache size, shader cache, just keep on driver default. Don't put on disabled, just keep on driver default. Don't mind me, I'm putting it 10 gigs. Don't worry about me, okay? Just put on as I said, driver default. I'm gonna put it like this so people can follow me. Preferred refresh rate, highest available. Power management mode, prefer maximum performance. OpenGL, choose your graphics card. Monitor technology, G-Sync. If you have G-Sync, make sure, guys, go to your monitor settings and check if you have G-Sync. If you have it, turn it on. Low latency mode, I already explained this in the video. So if you have a CPU bound scenario in your PC, really bad CPU, then put it on ultra. For me, I put it on. Most people want to put it on. Click apply when you finish. That's pretty much it for the NVIDIA control panel. Now let's move on to Windows. Quick optimizations. There's no more talking than going and putting or typing game mode. Game mode, turn it on. Graphics settings, turn on hardware acceleration. When you turn on everything, then go click browse. Choose your game. My game is in disk D, for example, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare, click on it. Then there it is. Click options, high performance. Same thing, browse again for the launcher. Options, high performance. Click save. And then go browse to your files. Browse to your files and find Modern Warfare. Right click, properties, compatibility, and then disable full screen optimizations for people who use DirectX 11. So for me, I use DirectX 11. So I keep if you don't know what you're using, go to your game, basically, in here. Right click options, game settings. In here, additional command line. If you have this disabled, don't turn on this, keep it disabled, okay? If you have this enabled and there is the D3, D11, then turn on this. Click apply, change DPI, override DPI scaling. I like bring this on. Run the program as administrator is also not bad. Keep it on, and you can do the same thing to Modern Warfare launcher. Go back to the search and type background apps. Background apps. Wait, it's not background apps. There it is. If you have it on, turn everything off. You don't want any background apps working while you're playing. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. Power. Edit power plan. Power options. Ultimate performance. If you have it. If you don't have it, then go with high performance. Most of people go with high performance. Don't choose balanced. Go high performance. For me, ultimate performance, because I have ultimate performance turned on. And if you want to have ultimate performance, just go online and search for ultimate performance power command in Google, any website, and copy it from any website like this. go type cmd, run it as administrator, and then paste the command here and click enter. When you click enter, restart your PC and you're going to find ultimate performance, and then choose it. Go back, update, make sure the Windows is updated to the latest update possible, and your graphics settings, graphics driver, I mean your NVIDIA's graphics driver, make sure it's updated to the latest update. And I think that's pretty much it. If you have all of this set up, you can just go ahead and play the game with the best FPS you can get for your system. If you like this video, please drop a like, because it took me like an hour just talking and making it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but yeah. Have a good day, man.